And Mark Leslie joins us from Fort Johnson to tell us more about staying safe in severe weather. Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about protecting the community and protecting the Fort Johnson residents.
Of course, and Fort Johnson, formerly known as Fort Polk. And so the name change is going great, and it's definitely Fort Johnson now. And so y'all continue to do your mission and train and prepare everyone to stay safe during severe weather as well.
Right, and it's a good segue really, because you know, the Army's mission is to fight and win our nation's wars. And so we develop a plan, we call it the Road to War Plan, for every unit and soldier that's deploying. Well, we do the same thing at Fort Johnson every year when severe weather season comes, which we're in now. You know, a hurricane season starts June through November, and about every May we have to develop and pitch a plan to our commanding general on here's how the installation is going to be prepared for hurricane season, our tornado season, all the other bad weather that comes along with it to protect our community. And so we develop this plan, we pitch it to him, he understands, he gets confidence that the installation is prepared to react and mitigate any negative effects that may happen to the installation, not only protect the community, but preserve our mission so we can continue to do what we're supposed to do for the nation.
Absolutely. And you know, us civilians also need to stay prepared as well. Do you have any tips for us?
Yeah, so we'll, you know, prior to severe weather season and during severe weather season, some of the things we talk about with our civilians is, and with the residents on and off the installation is, you know, the Ready Army model of be prepared. And so we'll, you know, be informed, build a kit, make a plan, and get involved. And a lot of those things, being informed, one great way is to, during severe weather, before you make a plan, is to listen to TV stations and pay attention to Brett when he's telling us about the weather. And not only that, but LADOTD has a great website to help you plan for it, because just because it's nice here doesn't mean it will not be nice somewhere else in the Gulf Coast region. So you got to prepare for that. Build a kit. You know, that's pretty important in severe weather season to have a 3 to 5 day supply for every individual in your house. That's for water, medicines, your pets, as well as if you have to evacuate your home, those personal documents, everything you would need to reestablish yourself, something you can grab and go and make sure that you can take care of business when you get there. A lot of people don't think about cash when you have to evacuate during a hurricane. If the power's out, the ATM's not working. So it becomes pretty much a cash economy at that point. And so that's something to pay attention to, have some of that, a little bit of that tucked away. Making a plan. One of the things the families, we always encourage the families to do is have a plan to link up during a hurricane or during severe weather, how they're going to do that, where they're going to link up, how they're going to link up at school, at home, and if everybody's at work, have that figured out. And then be involved is know where your parish safe havens and shelters are at before a hurricane. Know how to operate your generator before the hurricane. I know how to operate it safely. You know, during Laura and Delta, our safety team goes around and inspects and makes sure there's no generators in garages or inside the house. And then sadly every year we hear, you know, from the sheriff's office that some family perished because they placed a generator in the wrong place. So we make sure we continue to push that message out to the community.
Absolutely. And, you know, speaking of severe weather, it's not only hurricanes and tornadoes, but we're also in an excessive, you know, heat advisory on and off the last few weeks. And it can be pretty dangerous out there, too. Do you have any tips for us?
Yeah. So, you know, stay hydrated for one. Pay attention to weather. Try to alternate your work schedule to where you've got a good work-rest ratio, and try not to do your yard or walk your dog during the hottest parts of the day, which Brett just told us is going to be when most of us get home and have an opportunity to do that. So you got to schedule that to make sure you're safe.
Absolutely, yes. And, you know, I know that your website has a lot of great information on there as well, too. What is that website again?
Yeah, so it's home.army.mil/Johnson. And then if you search all the other social media sites, you just say JROTC in Fort Johnson on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Just type in JROTC in Fort Johnson, you'll find that. And that plan that we use to brief the commanding general how the installation is prepared for severe weather is actually hung on that Fort Johnson website. So if they want to take a look at that, that's available for them. Everybody should feel confident that Fort Johnson prepared for severe weather season. We're going to make sure our community is safe and we're prepared to conduct our mission on behalf of the Army.
Fantastic. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us all of those great tips on staying safe during severe weather. We appreciate it so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. So we'll be right back with more Good Day Sinlaw right after this break.